Welding and inspection personnel must be capable of identifying individual features that make up the joint, as you can see here. This is a groove joint. Now, if you join the two of these are now called a groove weld. It must be imperative that the welding inspection personnel must be familiar because these welds are very common in the industry. The following nomenclature are common for these, such as the joint root, groove face, root face, root edge, root opening, bevel, bevel angle, groove angle, and groove radius. Now let's run it down one by one. Now first, we need to identify where is the joint root of these work pieces. Now this is the joint root that we're talking about. Now this point or this joint root is the beginning of the root opening that will denote the separation between the two work pieces. Now if you can see this line right here, this shaded line, this is the joint root where it denotes the beginning of the root opening. Now this line is the joint root. Root opening, as you can see here, is described as the separation between the two work pieces. Now these are the work pieces. Now this has an opening of about 1 to 2 mm depending on the size, depending on the specification. Sometimes I saw 3 mm in some of the drawings that I've encountered. And the bevel, as you can see here, is the angular edge preparation that is commonly known for welding fitters. For example, if you have a pipe here, so these are the bevel that is being prepared commonly for pipe fitters. An exaggerated view of it. Now this bevel is also known as the chamfer in some cases. Now the groove angle is the total included angle of the groove between the two work pieces, as you can see here. I saw some specifications that specify this groove angle at about 60 degrees to 70 degrees, something like that. And the bevel angle is the same with groove angle, this one. They are basically the same if the weld is looking like this, a single bevel groove weld like this, wherein the groove angle and the bevel angle are the same. Usually for these kinds of welds, the bevel angle is 1/2 of the groove angle. How about the faces? The groove face and the root face. This is an illustrated example of the root face and the groove face. Basically, the root face is the portion of the groove face within the joint root. As you can see, this is the joint root, and the portion of the groove face that is at the joint root is this one. So this is the portion of the groove face that is within that joint root, and the groove face itself is the surface of the groove, which is this one. The groove face, this one. If you're gonna look at the elevation view or the front view of it, this is the groove face. The root face at that, the root face in this one is, and the root face is in this kind of preparation, wherein this is the root face, this side, and this is the groove face. The groove radius only applies for J or U groove welds, just like this one. This is a U groove weld. You need to be familiar with the types of weld geometries that you'll be encountering, as it will also be a good part of the CWI exam under the welding symbols. Now this is the groove radius, wherein it has a radius within its preparation. Now we've talked about the joint roots. Now the root edge is the edge, this one, that joins the two work pieces. Now this is the root edge. It is sometimes known as, the root edge is also known as the root face with zero width. Now that's it. A short video regarding the groove weld design. I hope this helps you prepare for the CWI exam, as this will be an intricate part of the CWI Part A. See you on the next video.